all right, all right, all right. And welcome to a Monday edition of the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. My name is Ed. Also, I have all these wonderful people, but I'm also known as the Dad Hat. With me, gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Doing great.
Doing good. How are you, Ed?
Oh, come on, man. Cool as the other side of the pillow. Eric, how you doing? You're so talkative tonight.
I'm okay.
Yeah, he's here.
He's watching Josh Jacobs go off to an 80-point game tonight.
What's going on, Brett? How you doing, buddy? All right. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with you, Prospector. What are you wearing? What are you drinking, my friend?
Well, good evening, everybody. Happy 23rd of December. Tonight, I am wearing, as you'll see a lot of us wearing, an ugly Christmas sweater. It's our good friend, Mr. Will Ferrell. It's Santa. Anyways, then tonight I am drinking water out of my John Cena Yeti. You can't see me, and then the hat that I'm wearing is the Reading Fightins ugly Christmas sweater hat from one of their Christmas in July games. Oh man, Eric was probably there. 3
in one of his 1 or 2 visits,
something like that. 3-4 years ago, I want to say. So that's what I'm wearing tonight.
Love it, love it. Hey, Brett, I'm glad you asked that because this show is sponsored by All Ford Baseball Company. By the way, just so I don't know if you guys knew that. Let's see. Oh wait, if you use Dad Hat code Dad Hat 15 at checkout, guess what you guys will get? 15% off at checkout. All right, 15% off. Okay, Brett. 15% off if you use code Dad Hat 15. So make sure you guys give him a shout out. You know what? It's already kind of late for you to buy something and have it delivered by Christmas. So guess what? Give them a gift card. All right. Get them a gift card. And then on top of that, be like, listen, not only am I giving you a gift card, I'm going to give you a little something extra, little 15% off. Use code DadHat15 when you go and decide whatever you want to buy. Maybe one of those 2 t-shirts behind the mayor back there. I don't know. That sounds like a pretty good idea. So there you go. All right, guys. Why is Patrick drinking water and not Uncle Joe juice?
Uncle Jojo juice.
Uncle Jojo juice. I don't know. How you doing? Okay. Virgil, talk to me, my friend.
All right. So my ugly Christmas sweater is a little different. I'm wearing a Music City Bowl jersey sweater, which is close to Christmas. What makes it ugly is it has Tennessee on it. The hat I'm wearing is the only green and red hat that I own, which is the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. So we are doing everything on a budget here. And I am just drinking water for right now.
Yeah, you guys. I'll drink for the both of you. All right, Mr. Mayor, talk to me.
All right. Happy Festivus to everybody. I am wearing my Human Fund New Era hat that I've been wearing all day today for a Festivus. Got this as a gift from Rhonda's cousin from Asheville and her husband on Saturday. So I came just in time to celebrate today. And then as far as my ugly Christmas sweater, this one's got the snowman drinking a beer, just hanging out on the slopes, I guess, or outside with a Christmas tree. So got his sunglasses and all that on his scarf. So I'm drinking water as well, as I'm still in my my dry period until January.
Mid-June.
God, I was going to say
mid-January. That's commitment.
Mid-January.
Can we please not talk about your dry period?
Oh,
that's disgusting.
That's just gross.
Hey, I'm down some pretty good weight right now, so got to keep it going.
Good for you, my friend. Good for you.
Hey, send me your plan because I need to do something.
All right. Well,
not tonight.
I've dropped 20 since the Monday after Thanksgiving. So
okay, yeah. Send me your plan so I can start doing that.
Okay,
but not tonight.
I love it. All right, Eric, what you got, man? Talk to me, my friend.
So we got 2 days left. We finally have first bottle of the season here, day number 2. So we'll see what it is here in a little bit. And then I got my green and gold since my boys are playing right now, but it's the Matsu Miners from the Alaska Baseball League. That's the hat I got today.
I'm going to show you really quick. That's Brett right there on his Christmas
Ooh.
Very nice.
jacket. Look at him.
He has the same hairstyle as Ed.
He does. Good on you, Brett. Looks good on you, that hairstyle. All right.
Matching tie and jacket. That's
There you
cool.
go. So I do have my Christmas sweater. It was picked by the wife today. She said that this is the one that fits me the most because it has a bow tie. So I'm wearing my ugly Christmas sweater. I am also wearing a Utah Warriors official league hat that I just got today. So check that puppy out. It's all corduroy hat with the leather strap in the back. So shout out to All Ford Baseball. I got me some cool hats. All right. I'm also drinking tonight. Cheers to everybody. I have it in red as because Christmas. But it is cranberry and Bacardi. Actually, Don Q, which is better. So there you go. Cheers, everybody. Okay, boys and girls, let's get talking. Cheers to all of you. Let's get to talking some little football because not a whole lot happened this weekend, right? Not a whole lot. I'll say this, guys. I have been doing some major trolling on threads this weekend, and it was amazing.
You were riling some people up there, man.
It was, let me tell you, it was amazing. Okay. Because the amount of people whining and crying because Alabama was not in it was absolutely chef's kiss. It was amazing. Okay. And here's the funny part, right? And this is the conversation that we've all been having. They're using the excuse, see, Alabama should have been there. Look at all these ugly games. Okay. Here's the thing. And this is what I've been telling them. The outcome of these games absolutely matters not one bit whether or not Alabama should have gotten in. It doesn't. Those games were already decided, right? We already know who the teams were. The fact that they're saying that Alabama would have done better is the only reason why they should have been in, and it's absolutely stupidity.
You know, if Alabama wasn't so uncompetitive to Oklahoma, they would have probably been in.
Or Vanderbilt.
I mean, Vanderbilt kind of came on the scene when they beat Alabama. They didn't really do a whole lot after that, but they were okay. But it literally came down to the fact that Oklahoma smoked Alabama 24-3. And so Alabama was uncompetitive and therefore they were not in it. If they got anything to say about it, that's it.
Clay, that's a good comment.
Well, the point is, and Virgil, I think this is what you said in our message thread. They lost to 2 6-6 teams.
Right.
I mean, Vandy and Oklahoma, right? So
right.
Are you telling me that with those 2 losses on your resume, that makes you exponentially better than SMU?
Well, and they barely beat a couple of other teams. I mean, they had a 2-point win against South Carolina, which granted, South Carolina came on stronger this year. So I don't want to say it was a sorry team.
By the way, did they also make the conference? Did they all make the conference championship?
No.
Then shut up.
Exactly.
Shut up.
But see,
Kirk Herbstreit, shut up.
You guys are forgetting, though, we're not talking about actual games here. I mean, Alabama would be undefeated in hypothetical games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where this all is about. I mean, sure, they can go undefeated in the Mountain West, Big 12, ACC, Southwest Conference, whatever. No one cares about the actual games. Like even Herbstreit said himself. I mean, wins, conference, we don't care about wins.
Right. And they care about pedigree.
That's what it is. It's like, no, how asinine of a comment was that?
Exactly.
Him and Feinbaum.
I was just about to say Feinbaum.
Yeah.
The problem with saying about deserving versus best is best seems to be in hindsight.
Yeah.
And even with that, with best, what metrics are you using? Are we using stats? Because, right now I looked at the top offense in football and it's South Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, is it just all that? Because, I think the thing that makes the SEC argument so entrenched in this is the fact that they basically rule the preseason polls when they start out with. So when you have them playing cupcake teams at first, and then all of a sudden you've got like a Missouri team that it's like what they finished 7-5 maybe, I don't even know. They're already like in the top 15, top 10, and you're playing them, and then they get exposed early, but they still hang around to 20-25 because of what they are. Games like that is what inflates all the records to the SEC.
This is what I've been saying for years, and I know the SEC people can't stand it. And I know there's issues with the ACC. I'll preface it with that. But SEC teams are overrated from the start. They don't play anybody until the few top teams play each other. And then when they do, they're ranked 4-7 or 5-3 or 2-4. And when they beat each other, they don't drop much because the other team's so much better as well. And
the competition was so much better.
Yeah. I mean, you look up and down the top 25 and they just keep these SEC teams in there because they're SEC teams. And my argument, which I'm sure could be proven wrong, but if you had like 7 ACC teams ranked in the top 20 to start the season, you'd probably have somewhat of a similar outcome because they, again, play some weaker teams at the first. But at the same time, there's been more parity in the ACC for years compared to the SEC top to bottom. And so the ACC teams start beating each other up earlier but then when an ACC team loses to another ACC team, they drop 7 or 8 spots versus 3 or 4 because the SEC is perceived to be so much better.
The pedigree.
It's all it is. That's all it is.
Well, and I'll say this as someone who is a fan of an SEC team. LSU was overrated this year. I mean, the fact that they shouldn't have been anywhere near the top 25 for most of the season. But I mean, they lost to USC to start the season, and it really never got better from there. I mean, they got beaten by Alabama, who got beaten by 2 6-6 teams. So it is ridiculous in the sense that the SEC teams are overinflated, and the team that I root for is one of them. And it's one of those things where I'm not going to make excuses for them. Either they win or they lose. And I think you also have from previous years in bowl games. Let's look at the evidence. I mean, there's SEC teams that have played non-SEC teams in bowl games before you ever got to the college football playoff. And what was the result? A lot of them lost. Yeah, there were some wins, but it wasn't like they ran the table against non-SEC teams.
Virgil just said that Georgia State's not overinflated on the chat, just so you know.
Who said that?
And the other thing is, I was gonna say this Friday night there was a comment by somebody. I don't remember who said it, but it was a comment that was made during the broadcast about the strength of schedule of Notre Dame over Indiana. And granted, Notre Dame was a way better team. I'm not trying to say they're not.
Agreed.
But if you look at their record and who they played versus Indiana and who they played and the records of those teams they played, Notre Dame's strength of schedule is maybe a little better, but it's not that much better. I mean, they played a Southern Cal team that's horrible. They played a bunch of other teams they don't have a conference. So, I mean, they played a lot of the weak teams in the ACC. So where is their strength of schedule so much greater? It's not that much greater. It is better, but they made it come across as, well, Notre Dame's got such and such of a great, strength of schedule over Indiana. Well, y'all love to tout the Big Ten. Now you're bashing the Big Ten because Indiana's so good in the Big Ten? I mean, come on. It makes no sense.
So here's my thing. I was like, oh, well, tell me who they play, right? Alabama fans like, tell me who they play. Tell me, like, y'all can't talk. Y'all play Mercer at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So Sugar, is Donnie trying to fight you?
I'm not because Eric, you know Notre Dame's schedule. What were their real quality wins in your opinion? Honestly, I mean they had some better wins obviously than Indiana, but who did they beat that was that great?
Well, Army and Navy were both ranked at the time. I know they're not good, but they were ranked. So
but that's the point.
Texas
Army and Navy,
A&M, Louisville, Georgia Tech, who smacked Miami and took Georgia to 8 overtimes.
I mean, in my opinion, Louisville's the best team Notre Dame beat this year.
Texas A&M, it's not our fault that they struggled down the stretch.
But y'all played them first game of the season, and then they were exposed after that they weren't that good. I mean, and again, I'm not diminishing what Notre Dame did. I'm trying not to start anything. But, I mean, you be realistic. Army and Navy, yes, they deserve the rankings they got because of the wins they had and the schedule they had. That's what Indiana had. Indiana beat who was in front of them. That's why they were ranked what they were.
Right.
It has nothing to do with strength of schedule. It has to do with the fact that you won the games or the people that were on the field.
And Virgil makes a good point. The strength of schedule rankings for Notre Dame was 57th. Indiana was 67th. So there's not really that much of a difference.
Exactly. They just made it out like it was a huge deal when that comment came up.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
the teams that we did play, we beat on an average of 30 points per game. So it's not like we barely beat these teams either.
No, I agree. I'm exactly. I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying the perception is.
So who's the feisty one tonight? Not Ed.
Let's go.
Earlier,
I'm feeling saucy.
Earlier, I'm assuming you must not work tomorrow.
I do not.
Do either?
Yes, that's good.
What's in that red drink?
Are you guys all
real
off
quick?
tomorrow?
I want to thank Tom for the comment
Alcohol.
too about Human Fun Hat. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Are both of you guys working tomorrow? Or are you off?
No, I'm
off.
I'm working on Rhonda's office tomorrow.
I'm working tomorrow.
There it is.
Yeah,
there it is, Mrs. Influencer.
She's not. She doesn't drink, so she doesn't. She probably has Easton on her lap. Hi, Easton.
Hey, Easton.
Said,
what was funny earlier? Virgil comes in. He's like, I don't know what Missouri was, 7-5. You're the producer. Don't ask us. And he's like, I don't know what the record is. I was looking at you, Virgil. You're supposed to know what their record was.
I'm
And yes,
about
he
to
was
drop
dissing
you that
Mercer.
in a minute.
Ed was dissing Mercer.
I was not dissing Mercer.
And Mercer's not a bad team.
They're an FCS team.
They're no Alabama though.
Wait, hold on a second. It's water. Hold on. Let's calm the hell down. I'm not. I
need you to calm down.
I had Mercer on my podcast, so I'm a fan of Mercer. What I'm saying is, Alabama put them at the end of the season so they can pad their schedule. Okay, so they can pad their record, so that way they could have an advantage to make it into the college football playoffs. It didn't work because it had bad losses to Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. That's what it matters. And they're saying, I was like, well, they were arguing with me, and I was having so much fun. I'm telling you guys, I enjoy this. But they were saying that, well, you know, who they play, who did Indiana play, who did Tennessee play. It doesn't matter. They play the teams in front of them.
Yeah.
Okay. They made it. They did what they were supposed to do to make it to the college football playoff. That's it. That was their goal, to make it. If they lost, that's on them. Not on Alabama, not on anybody else. They got in.
And their only loss was Ohio State. I mean, they beat Michigan. And y'all love Michigan.
Ohio State game was a close one too to Indiana.
All these people that are hating, it's like y'all are big, you know, y'all are all Michigan, Ohio State, blah, blah, blah. And then finally Indiana comes up and beats somebody and shows up. And then you want to diss a team that's in a conference y'all love. That's what I don't get about the whole, you know, ESPN and all these people. So they love some SEC and Big Ten.
So
Clayton,
it looks like
I'm
Clayton
with you,
here
Clayton.
has Clayton's a level-headed, smart fan.
Yeah,
you know, he understands that at the end of the day, they got to win those games that they shouldn't have no business losing.
And listen,
I mean, conference games are hard. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't get it. Just kidding. We don't have a conference, but you know what I'm saying.
No, they are.
They use in the Big 12. They're in a conference.
And Clayton is right. Listen, I would have loved to see Alabama in the playoffs. I'm not saying that
right.
You know, like, because that would have been a good game to see with one of these power teams, right? But again, it's not about whether or not they would have been a good game. It's about whether or not they needed to win the games in front of them. They didn't. Okay, Tennessee did. Tennessee played like absolutely. Oh, it was such a good game too. By the way, I stayed up just so I can shit talk with people online.
Well, and then I sent Saturday night. I sent like 75 tweets to Ed. It's like, hey, check this out, because everybody was clowning on. We'll get into it here probably soon. Our disaster. What do we call it? disaster of the week, the
Yeah, the
Rain
dumpster
Fire.
fire.
dumpster fire of the week.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second, but I sent like 75 different tweets that I saw to Ed Saturday
Yeah.
night.
Well, the thing is, you had 4 teams. You had 2, and everybody wanted more. You had 4, and everybody's like, "Oh, we need to have more than this," because they kept complaining about 6 and 7 not getting in, or 8 not getting in. Blah blah blah.
Right, exactly.
Fine. Here's 12, and you're going to bitch now because 9, 10, 11, and 12 weren't as competitive as you expect them to be. Well, the more teams you get, the less competitive and more diluted it's going to be. Look at March Madness. March Madness is horrible for the most part. There's some Cinderella,
But it's so much fun, though.
Yeah,
there's some very uncompetitive basketball games too.
Let's do the top 64 college football teams.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Do it. And then
Well, I think Eric was right about conference games. They are hard, but they're hard in any conference that you're in.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we always
What
say
do we
about
talk
any
about
kind of
with the
rivalry
NFL?
or conference game?
Yeah,
I mean,
look at
division.
Ohio State losing to an unranked Michigan.
yeah, because it's Ohio State, Michigan at the end of the day. Form goes out the window, but in the ACC, it's tough. In the Big Ten, it's tough. In the MAC, it's tough. I mean, if
Hell,
you're facing
even when Notre
teams
Dame
around
was
you,
in the ACC for that year or two, it was tough.
yeah, I mean, but I think the point is that conference games can be tough. That it's never a given. So we can't just do it just because it's the SEC.
I mean, every year when the Clemson schedule comes out, the first thing I look at is, are we playing at NC State? Because we stumble at NC State. We usually beat them at home. We stumble there. There's teams in the ACC that I'm like, oh gosh, we got them
Here we
there.
go.
We got this game, and you just got to be careful. It's like you never know. You're gonna get tripped up somewhere along the way.
Patrick
Yeah,
always
I mean-
likes to give credit to somebody else. Wasn't that Virgil that said that? No, it was probably me, but that's okay. You can give him credit.
With what?
Didn't Virgil say it's 2 6-6 teams and blah blah blah?
Well,
That's fine.
whoever it was, I was just
Yeah,
like,
whoever that one guy.
He was
is,
on a
you know.
roll, man. Come on, he's butter. Patrick's butter. Don't mess with him. He's on a roll.
Patrick is on a roll tonight, baby. Who's the
man,
feisty
I'm
one
telling
tonight?
you.
Put it on the
telling
chat.
you.
Who's feistier tonight?
Hey,
I mean,
you get me
I mean-
fired
I
up.
mean-
You start talking conferences because, man, SEC, Big Ten, they're overrated to me as much as anybody else.
They're all
and
are.
well, and I'm a fan of SEC football. I mean, that's where I live, and that's what I see all the time, right?
All right,
So
I knew I didn't like you for a reason.
They do that be a fight tonight.
oh, hi, Mrs. Influencer.
Oh my god, I love this show. Have I told you that I look forward to having this show with you guys every week because this is so much fun.
Hey, Eric.
Oh god. Anyways,
I mean, if y'all want to, we can jump from football to all
No.
the good things the Yankees are doing. So
Can I just
No,
say
Yankees
can I just say on
die.
here publicly, I love Eric Prophet. I just
Yeah,
think
please
he is.
get him to stop.
I do.
this is
Mrs.
good.
Influencer doesn't even tell me that, so why would you guys?
you're listen. It's
here,
Christmas.
Patrick,
time.
I'll do the bottom. You do the top.
Sorry. There we go. There it is.
There it
Yay.
is.
Hi, Eric.
Oh, I love this show.
Who's Michael? Who do you think it's going to be?
Oh, he's an Iowa fan. Don't get him started. This is
Iowa?
Pittsburgh Mike.
He's a Steelers fan, therefore.
He's
Iowa,
Pittsburgh. Iowa.
Yeah.
He's an Iowa fan.
the team that punts every single down or every single drive.
True story.
Aren't 2 of them playing each other this weekend? So who's left?
See, the thing is, the committee can't be complaining because they've got what they want. They've got 2 SEC teams. They've got 3 Big Ten teams. They've got Notre Dame. Like, what else? That is all you really want. That's what you set this up for to begin
All
with.
you really need are the Yankees and the Dodgers. What else more can you want?
But here's the thing, though. Here's a
You can't complain about this in football and then hate it in baseball. So don't even start Mr. Notre Dame.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. The
He's trying to stir up stuff.
the college football playoff committee is absolutely loving the fact that of the teams that they picked. Absolutely loving it.
Yeah. Well,
Look at
I
all
mean,
look at all of the discussion and fighting from fans that is going on ESPN, on NBC Sports, on every single sports media, on Twitter, on Threads, everywhere.
Mhm.
It
Well, what do you-
worked.
Well, I was
Yeah.
going to say, it's kind of like what we talk about with like minor league logos, right? Like the fact that whether people hate it or like it, if it's generating conversation,
It worked.
you're in the news, you're relevant.
Well,
So
and
it's not about
now
positive or negative. It's not about positive or negative. It's about relevance.
and now college football is talked about till third week of January.
Oh, for sure.
So
Oh,
it's
gosh,
just
Virgil.
they're following the NFL model in every way. They are trumping everybody.
So here's the thing. Iowa was 18th in punt this year. You know who the first team was?
Mm-hmm.
Can't read, can't
What you
write,
said.
can't stay, baby. My alma mater. They sucked.
So
And
we
they
can
were
have-
trying to
But they had golden
I-
flashes of talent.
shut up.
Thank
So
you.
here's the thing, and I'll go back to one thing, and I'll leave it alone. Like on the infighting that I was trolling that I was doing, when they were done with like their points and argument, and they were being rebuffed. You know what? They started insulting the hell out of me. Someone called me a bitch. Someone said that I was a liberal. Someone said that I was I don't know sports. Oh, that's a good one, Virgil. Their season was over in a golden flash.
Oh, so
yeah.
that one was good?
That one was a good one. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it was.
But you know what I'm saying? Like when they have nothing else to compete with, like to discuss about the fact that we're having a discussion, they don't have no more points. They rely on shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone probably younger than me was like, shut up, son. I'm like,
Well, they
I'm
don't
sorry,
have
what?
anything more intelligent to say, so they just go and attack the character.
Exactly.
oh
So,
yeah.
I
And I
mean,
was like,
In critical
and then
thinking, in critical thinking, that's a fallacy.
and then I was
So,
like, really? That's all you got? That's the biggest
yeah.
insult, really?
Yeah. Well,
And that
that's
pissed
what,
them off even more.
in critical thinking, that's what you call an ad hominem fallacy, which is like when you're attacking the character. Because
Stop with the big words in this sports show.
hey,
Okay?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well, and the character they're attacking is based on your comments, which is not your reality anyway. So because
Right.
you're attacking them sort of as a faux Ohio State fan or a faux this fan, or at least that's the
Oh yeah,
perception
they
of who you-
accused me of
like,
being an Ohio
right.
State fan.
They don't know anything about you, but they've judged you based on your comments, and then they
Yep.
start attacking you based on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prospector, I came here for the sports, not English class.
Fair enough, Clayton. Fair enough, Clayton.
Listen. I'm from Ohio, right? Like raised in Ohio, grew up in Ohio, right? All of that. I'm not saying that I'm not a fan. Like I root for them, but I'm not a fan of Ohio State. Okay, so let's get that clear. Whether they win or lose, I don't care. My
Right.
team is Kent State, okay, and they sucked like real bad. Like they were the only team in the nation that did not win a game this year. Okay, so that's fine. Things
love
that sound dirty, but that are dirty, but aren't you? Do the bottom. I've got the top. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Brett's all cheering, winning a 7th place fantasy football game
Bottom
against
bracket champ, baby.
against a
Toilet
guy that's
bowl.
not even paying attention here, or is not even here tonight.
Oh, I love it. I love this show. Did I tell you that, guys?
Oh man.
Okay, so let's move on to first of all, moment of silence for Ricky Henderson, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
all right, boys and girls, let's continue on. 65. Dude was 65 years old.
He was too rich
Yeah,
to
it's a
die
big-
that young.
Yeah, it's a really sad loss. I mean,
Ricky
it
is like
shocking.
like Ricky said the last game of Oakland. I'm too rich to be sad. It's like, that guy was ultimate character. I sent y'all that thing from Mattingly today. I thought
Yeah.
was pretty funny that they were like polar opposites.
Hey, by the way,
And we're great friends.
Brett, not born in Ohio, raised in Ohio, born in Puerto Rico, homeboy. Tell me again how Indiana and SMU deserve to be in the playoffs more than you know what, Phil?
They had less losses. That's how.
We moved on.
They had less losses.
Sorry, Phil, not happening.
I mean,
Maybe next year. If
I
they
mean
win more
that is
games.
what did it. I mean that
Hey,
That did-
South Carolina
that
beat. This is the same thing. Oklahoma beat Alabama. That knocked them out. If you wanted to be in the playoff, you should have won against Alabama. You beat Alabama. You beat
were in.
Clemson. You're going to be
You
in
beat
there
LSU.
somehow. You beat LSU. Yeah. You win those games and you're in. That's simple.
Hey, we're Harvard on the hill. Okay, calm down.
I mean, we
Right.
got in because Syracuse beat somebody, but whatever.
You're welcome. He said it. So
Now
That
we
was
still
good.
had to be SMU. So
correct.
Smooth.
100%.
And that was the advantage of playing in the championship game. You know,
Right.
a lot of these SEC teams were talking about, oh, I don't know if it's worth it to play in the championship game. If you're good enough, you'll get in.
well, and the thing too
That's a
is,
loser mentality.
yeah,
Well, and that was Lane. That was Lane Kiffin, right?
the
He
thing
needed
is,
to shut up.
the committee by continuing to include SMU even in loss of the championship game because it was a 3-point loss. Now, if we just kept stomping them and it was a big win for us, it'd been a different story. But there was a 3-point loss.
But that was a good competitive game.
It was a competitive game. We had to kick a field goal at the end, but they set a good precedent, in my opinion, by keeping SMU in. Because if they kick them out on a 3-point loss, then one day there's that SEC championship. When somebody loses the championship by 3 points and they're still in, they're gonna be like, wait a minute, you didn't do that for SMU. So
But again, they even said it in SEC fans was like they're deaf-tone about this. The committee said they were going to put a lot of importance to conference making it to the conference championship. They said it.
yeah, the only thing the committee has done wrong is the automatic buys. That's the only thing they did wrong.
Seating sucked.
But they didn't know how that was going to turn out until they did it. So I guarantee you they're going to change it and things will be different moving forward. And it'll be seeded more properly to the 1 through 12. And if
you win the conference, you earned your right. That's it. That's
Right.
all you have to do.
If you're the top 4 teams, you get a bye. I'm okay with that. Be one of the top 4 teams and get that bye. And then the next 8, you probably will be more
Seed them.
competitive.
Yep. See, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But just because you won the conference doesn't mean that you get an automatic bye. It just means that you earned your right to make it to the college football playoff. And then you reseed after that.
Yeah, exactly. And Phil, you're
Phil?
right. Not all conferences are created equal. The SEC is overrated and there's some that are underrated. So there you go.
Moving on.
Who
All right,
else can I
boys.
fight tonight, Ed? Who else can I
Oh
fight?
man, you are feisty tonight. I love it.
So,
all right.
so are you Usyk coming off of a victory? Is that what you are, or are you,
This is what you get when I haven't been working like a dog for a while. Like I've had a
Feisty.
few days. I got some rest. It's holiday season.
You know
It's
he was
Festivus,
taking
man.
notes.
I am airing my grievances tonight. Thank
So,
you.
I'm telling you,
he
it
has
looked
a
like you
list of things on his phone that he's like, oh, I gotta talk about this. I
It
gotta
is
talk
the
about
airing
this
of
on the show.
grievances, and my number one grievance is the overrated SEC. That is my number one grievance, and has been.
And I'm
for
okay
years.
with that. I'm okay.
Love
with
it
that.
or hate it. That's what it is.
I'll go get some popcorn.
Yeah, please do, because this is getting good. If the SEC had a choice, ACC from the NCAA, just so they don't ever have to lose any to the team outside. Hey, Mayor Donnie is a big old Grinch when it comes to the SEC.
Yep,
Mrs.
I am.
Influencer, go Pokes.
So there it is. All right, boys.
Don't get me
and
started on the Big 12. No, I'm just kidding.
girls. What Big 12? All right, boys and girls. Let's talk a little bit of NFL. Give me, guys, your surprise of the week, of the weekend games. Eric, I'll go with you.
Tampa Bay. What is your boy doing? How do you lose to the
What?
Cowboys?
Not only that, the Cowboys found out that they lost. They got eliminated, which makes me feel so good. By the way, Micah Parsons, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes, we're gonna come back. What happened?
And I love the shot they had last night of Jerry with both his sons sitting there, all in intense conversation. They were probably like, "What do we do now, Dad? What do we do now?"
I don't hate Cooper Rush. He's okay. I mean, he's not great, but they've won some games with him lately, and they won with him last year, so he's not awful. I mean, he loves CeeDee Lamb and everything. So to me, I mean, obviously there's quite a few other games this past weekend we could talk about, but yeah, to me was the game last night. I don't know what Tampa's doing, because now that means Atlanta's in first in the NFC South. So Atlanta could
With
very
Michael
well.
Penix.
Yeah.
Michael Penix. who played well.
Yeah, I mean, he did what he needed to do to win. I
Agreed.
would have
Which
to
is
ask
more
the
than Kirk
producer
Cousins
for
was
his
doing.
stats, but yeah, no, I mean, he did what he needed to do to win the game. But yeah, right now they're in the driver's seat to win the division at this point.
Yep. Because they did the double over the Bucks this season, right? They won both games, so that's why they own the tiebreaker.
I don't know. We
No,
have a
the
producer,
Bucks
we can
won.
ask him.
I didn't think they won both games over Tampa.
I thought they did.
Or did they?
200 yard, 202 yards, 1 interception for Penix.
No
Yeah, Virgil,
touchdown passes.
can you check the Falcons Bucks games to see? I thought they did the double.
They might have. You might be right on that.
All right.
That was my surprise game too, because I thought Tampa Bay was gonna, I wouldn't say they were kill them, but I thought they were gonna beat Dallas pretty decently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Virgil
Clay
said they
says
did.
2-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clay said same
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
Also, the other game that I thought was kind of a surprise was the Commanders and Eagles.
That's my game.
What a game! What a game that was.
Eh,
Are you surprised at the outcome, or I mean, because with Hurts
Well,
going down, are
yeah.
you surprised that they played well
yeah,
without Hurts?
they beat Kenny Pickett. That's not
Yeah.
impressive.
I was just going to say, I forgot that Hurts got hurt.
Hurts got
early
hurt.
on. Yep, he most certainly did. Concussion. And I do apologize to Mrs. Mayer on that one. That's a bad loss to take.
Why don't we apologize to me, Donnie?
I'm not apologizing to you.
Exactly. You got a Mickey Mouse championship, right, Brett?
Nope. Hey, everybody has injuries.
No, not in the championship. They don't.
Yeah, Michael brings up a good one.
Yeah. Bills and Pat so close.
Yeah, I watched that game yesterday. That was
that was a little surprising. to you.
Patriots were kind of, I figured the Bills would win it, but yeah, the Patriots were kind of in control early,
Yeah,
and then they had their mistakes.
Well, I agree.
and there's just an inordinate amount of conversation between the MVP talk with Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. It gets old.
I'm so over it.
I mean, it's the same argument every week. You've got the pro Josh Allen people that think he can do no wrong, and then you've got the Lamar Jackson hive or whatever you want to call it that point out that the media loves Josh Allen, and it's just back and forth, and both are equally annoying. So
because you're mad that Anthony Richardson's not in the conversation.
No, I didn't
And
expect.
thank you for your running back finally showing up for once this season.
By the way, Eric, I'm up
Who is
56
feisty
points,
now?
so
not
Hurts
me.
wasn't going to get 50-something points.
He could have. You never know. Washington's not that good defensively.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Oh God, I want to talk some conspiracy, but Val's not here. How they're the conspiracy theory.
That's your Mickey Mouse championship ring. Congratulations.
Going back to back 2023, and hopefully I'll get 2024 ring in a few weeks.
Congratulations with the asterisk, your Mickey Mouse ring.
Do you guys do a ring in that league?
Yeah, this is last year's.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Mike Seller sent me this here, and so hopefully a couple weeks I will receive my new ring.
So are you a back-to-back champ in that league?
Back to back.
Congratulations.
With 2024 being a Mickey Mouse ring. I'll be sure to send you a Mickey Mouse championship ring.
But who's mad though? He ain't mad.
I told him last night, I was like, you would be no Mickey Mouse ring if you were winning. You'd be flashing it up here on the screen too.
But I didn't, so
Hey,
Exactly.
hey Patrick, are you surprised at the fact that the Colts let the Titans hang around?
No.
Hey, by the way, the Commanders are
Not in the
11th in total
slightest.
defense. By the way,
Yeah. No. But the narrative that you'd believe is the huge day in rushing that the Colts had with Jonathan Taylor making up for that horrible decision they made the week before, and but no, I mean the Colts are not a good football team. I think I've said that in previous weeks. It's a miracle that they're still in playoff contention. Now, if the Chargers would just win like they're supposed to, the Colts will be quickly out of it. I mean, I think they're 2 games behind at least, and they've got to win. They've got to win out, and they basically have to hope that the Chargers lose out.
they won't.
But no, they won't. But it's a divisional game, and the Colts play down to their competition in the division. As bad as that competition is, they play down to the competition, and they're quite frankly not a very good team either. So I don't mean it in terms of they're so superior to everybody, but I do think they're a better team than the Titans and the Jaguars. But they can't beat the Jaguars, number one. Number two, they let games with the Titans be too close. So
I agree. All right, let's see that beer.
It's a vanilla barrel cream ale. Cream ale with natural flavors, aged in oak bourbon barrels.
How was it?
ooh,
It was one of the better cream ales that I've had.
Okay.
did you barely know there was vanilla in it?
Oh,
All right. Anyways, what were we talking about? Hey, Ed, go
But
win
don't worry,
this
I'll go leave a
championship.
comment on ProSide_beers.
Hey, Ed,
on
go
Instagram.
go
I'll
win the
do what I can, my
championship the
friend.
next 2
I
weeks.
will
Okay?
do what I can.
Go Dad Hat.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad whenever he is rooting for Ed. So
Oh my god, that's funny.
that tells you how far I've
And I
fallen.
may even let Mrs. Mayer take third in the other league.
Yeah. By
Let
the
her?
way,
Oh man.
Yeah.
by the way, the DTR experiment is over. In Cleveland.
Yeah, I
That
text
didn't
you
last
that. I'm
long.
like, what are
Bring-
you doing?
Bring
You have David
back
and Joku.
Jameis.
He didn't start using him until the second half.
Oh God, oh my Lord. By the way, Indy does hold tiebreakers over Cincinnati, Miami, based on conference record. So, yeah, I have no idea. Cleveland, I think at this point, Cleveland is like, listen, let's just try to get in like to a top 3, top 4. You know what I mean? Right now, they're top 5 in draft order. You know what I mean? So I think I guess that's their play right now. Let's play DTR. But Jameis did get hurt. I guess he had a shoulder injury. So that's why he was the emergency quarterback. But my God, it was
Duh.
embarrassing. Darla's like, well, how's your team doing? I'm like, hey, I started laughing. So, yeah. Anyways, what do we got here?
Donnie.
Huh?
Donnie, I think you might have told Val this. You said if Cincinnati beats Denver this week, and then if Kansas City beats Denver, that may keep Denver out potentially.
Well, Denver has to win their last 2 games.
And
So
it's at
both.
Cincinnati and then
But-
against Kansas City. So
But the Kansas City game is the last game, and I told her she's been talking too much smack, and Goodell's going to make sure Kansas City wins that last game and keeps them out.
the only thing for them is they may have the 1 seed wrapped up this weekend or tomorrow, Wednesday. So I hope that'd be pretty funny though. If as good as Denver has kind of been this year, if they lose to Cincinnati, which very well could happen, and then Kansas City and miss out,
Well, I think
Who
if
you
they
hold
lose
out?
to Cincinnati, I don't know if the Kansas City game will matter.
will it?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Because
Virgil might
was
have
that
to
because the
double check that.
Chargers won
Yes,
last week?
I think so. I think they needed to win all. They
No,
needed to
Denver
win-
needs to win to clinch.
right. They have to win both of the last 2, I think. Right?
Yeah, they just need to win out to clinch.
Yeah. So if
I'm sorry, no, just one.
oh, just
Just
one
need
of
to
the
win
2.
one.
Okay. All right. My bad. Okay.
Well, my bad too.
But they
I
could
was-
very
okay.
easily lose both of those to
So-
Cincy and
They could.
Kansas City, which would be funny.
Steelers taking down the Chiefs on Christmas Day.
Donnie told me to start talking more, and I made a comment. She didn't respond at all. She said, "We're ready for the Super Bowl," and then later that night they lost. It's like the Super Bowl in Cancun. She didn't seem to like that
So-
comment at all.
So
Well, you can't come out firing a shot at her with your
Yeah,
first
well,
comment.
Well,
That's
don't come
right.
out here and tell us that Denver's going to win the Super Bowl. It's that easy.
That's true. That's
so
true.
what's going on with the Chiefs running game? Is
That is also
Hunt
true.
or Pacheco the number one back? Is it still Pacheco? And
It's split.
It's
Okay.
Pacheco,
just
but
came back.
but-
He just came
yeah.
back after being injured. He's only been back for 2 weeks.
because
It'll be split probably
Okay.
the rest of the season.
yeah, because I was going to say because Hunt had at least more yardage than Pacheco did. And I was
Yeah,
just
Pacheco's
mostly
not
curious.
fully back yet. He's only been there for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
and they're being
There-
smart about
there
it. They
it is.
really don't need to. Like, I mean, they win those games, so it's not Dexter Lawrence as Roy.
Michael, that's not happening. Chiefs are going to get the 1 seed. They're not going to lose.
So they want to win this game. They're going to probably end up winning against the Steelers, and then what is going to be, it's going to happen is they're going to rest a lot of their starters on the last game. Denver's going to end up winning that game, and then that's how they get into the playoffs. And then our good friend that we all love will be insufferable talking Denver playoffs. I can't wait. It'll be great. It'll be amazing. So nice. Anyways, Virgil, my friend, are you ready for us? Let's get some picks going, just because we got a couple of games to pick and everything as well. Just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys
Do we
knew
need him
this.
on stage, or do we need him on stage?
We
or
most
just-
certainly do. We need him on stage.
I don't know. After you
There
guys
he
fight, I
is.
don't know if I want to be up here anymore. Yeah, scared me.
It's great.
You know,
Virgil to
Donnie,
the
main
Virgil-
stage,
Virgil, I
Main
come in
stage.
peace. I come
Donnie's
in
talking
peace
about
for
Big
you.
12, and I'm ready to throw my hat down. Like, I'm ready to go.
When are
Hey,
we picking the
I can't
college
argue the
football
Big 12
playoff
right now.
games?
So those next games are on New Year's
Tuesday.
Day.
Tuesday and Wednesday, New Year's
Yeah,
Eve and
so-
New Year's Day,
Yeah,
So we can do it
figured-
we can do it
Thursday.
Thursday. Those games.
and the rest of the NFL. That's gonna be a long picking night.
I love it.
We better get started
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah,
so
let's-
because I got a lot of waffling to do. So
Oh
Yeah.
God,
Right?
we know this.
So before going over picks, I cannot declare a winner yet
Why is that?
because somebody had to pick the Monday game for their over/under,
Hmm.
and that actually has implications because
not me.
currently,
Give us the
what are the possibilities?
so right now, Ed has the lead outright at 15-6.
what?
So you have yes, you
It's
have
like,
the
what?
lead 15-6. You got your over/under right.
You were the only one that picked the Chargers, I believe, weren't you?
I picked the
did.
Chargers too, but I don't matter. Eric also has 6 losses, but his over is Packers and Saints. So if he wins the over on that, it's a tie.
Then he wins.
Did I pick that one
You did pick that one.
at 46.5?
I think that's gone up since we locked it in. It was at 42.5. So that's the one I am following.
42.5?
Yes.
Okay, well, it'd be nice if New Orleans would actually do something and help out with this score here. Can't make Green Bay do it all.
Yeah,
keep
Green
in
Bay. I
mind-
mean, New Orleans hasn't done
Yeah, I mean,
shit.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
any-
Josh Jacobs can only get 7 or 8 touchdowns himself.
Well, he's only got one, and it's been one half in, so quit crying. And we're about to see Malik Willis here in the second half anyway, so
You think so?
yeah, if they go up 28-0, 28-3, 7, whatever, Malik will be in midway through the third.
Is Christian going to be okay?
Yeah, he's already back out there.
Okay.
Yeah, he came back in and played before the
How dare you question Virgil and his fancy computer program?
because if it was 46.5, I wouldn't have picked it. But if it was 42, that's probably the only reason why I would have picked that.
Yeah, it was 42.5 on Thursday. So that's whatever we announce it on Thursday is what the numbers I'm going
Well,
with.
They
So
must have
if,
known Spencer Rattler was playing, so they wanted to move it up to 46.
if we hit the over, then I would win.
You would tie
Okay, good.
because Ed's already got his over under correct. So
I
all
ain't
you can
like
do
this and Ed, so let's go. Let's get a tie here.
No.
Well-
let's not do that.
So let's go.
So
for
basically, Eric needs the Packers to win and score more than 42 points because
Yes.
it doesn't look like the Saints are scoring any.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
everyone
that's what I just
everyone
said.
picked Packers, so there's no change in that one.
Yeah, okay.
So let's go over the rankings for the rest. At last place at 11-10, it's Patrick. So
I knew it. I knew it was going to be me.
coming
There's
in,
There's terrible bowl game picks from me. God,
It's only because I picked the Panthers to win that I'm probably ahead of you.
coming in at next at 12-9 is me.
Oh,
So apparently that's what I get for riding the Mason Rudolph train down to the garbage fire.
Yep.
Don't worry.
And-
I was already burned, so don't worry.
So between me and Patrick, there's actually a pretty just sizable gap. And then next coming in at third, and the only reason why is because you missed your over under, but also I know you're kind of it's Donnie, and Donnie, I know you're in a feisty mood. I'm really impressed with your picks here. You got 3 NFL games wrong, which is the same amount of games you got wrong in the CFP.
Yeah.
That's skill right there.
Hey, if I'm nothing, I'm consistent.
Hey,
But
consistency is key, baby.
But at
Mostly
14 and
just a
7
nothing point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have 14 wins and 7 losses. If Eric does not get the over on his game, he will be tied, which will move you up to second. So you two will be tied for second at 14 and 7.
Okay.
But essentially, you'll be third.
You'll have an asterisk beside that.
No, that's you.
So then, of course, Ed, you have right now, you're in the lead at 15 and 6.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I like it. I like it.
Man, I was so close.
Let's go. No more scores for the rest of the game. Woo!
Yeah, the way their offense is moving, they're not going to.
Yeah, they're not scoring shit. Jesus. I mean,
Is
the
Spencer
Saints are
Rattler
bad.
playing?
Bro,
Well, I mean, yes, I was
put
gonna say Spencer
Havener in
Rattler's
at
the
this
quarterback. So, like, what do you
Yeah.
expect?
Well, I said that's why they moved up the over/under because Spencer Rattler was playing. So they
Put
were
Jake
like,
Hayner
"That man's
back
gonna
in at this
ball
point
out."
if this is all you're going to do.
You what?
Golly.
Put Jake Hayner in at this point if this is the only thing you're going to do on offense.
It is so bad. Let's see. No. Okay. Let's go with the picks, my friend. Let's go.
Okay, so we do have 3 NFL games to pick from, 2 from Christmas, and 1. I'm sorry, is there a problem, Mr.
No,
Influencer?
he
Yes,
just saw the
there's a
play.
huge problem. What was that throw? Who was he
It was
throwing
horrible.
to?
It was the
It
ground.
was going to the ground.
The ground.
All
That's
right,
why
so
I was
for-
just waiting for you to just look at it.
Standards.
All right, let's go with the picks.
All right, so first game we got is the Chiefs versus the Steelers. Chiefs are a 3-point favorite. Over under is 43.5. ESPN has Chiefs at 55.6% chance of winning.
Mrs. Influencer, I love you. Go Chiefs.
Good job. Okay.
Big shout out
Merry-
to Mrs. Influencer. Go
Merry
Chiefs.
Christmas. Go Chiefs.
All right. Eric, Patrick, Chiefs. Okay. Mayor.
I'm going Steelers on this one. I think they're going to steal this one.
Oh, get out of here. And that's Shannon remembers this last year when you kept picking against them, so she loves that pick. Thank you, Donnie.
So I love my wife. I love my wife, and I told her this week that I was rooting for the Steelers. They're going to be my playoff team until they're done. So go Steelers. I'm picking with the heart. Okay, guys.
I am going to go with the Chiefs.
Sounds like a plan. I mean, it's not a bad pick.
You can't go wrong
You know,
there.
I would
either.
say I will go with the referees, but then that would put me with the tinfoil hat group, and I don't want to do that.
Okay, next game we
I'm kidding,
have.
totally kidding, guys.
Next game we have is another good one. Ravens
Okay.
versus Texans.
Texans, I don't care.
Raven.
I'll take the
Okay.
loss. I will take the loss. Do not care.
For anybody else that does care, Ravens are a 5-point favorite, over under 46.5. Ravens at 63.7%.
Quote the
Ravens for
Ravens
me.
nevermore.
Ravens for me.
Nah, I
I
can't.
will also pick Ravens. And Donnie?
The Edgar Allan Poe's for me. Ravens.
That's not one of the teams. It's either Texans or Ravens.
Thank you, Virgil. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Eric throws out a Poe quote. And
I
it's
said
like,
their name. I said quote the Ravens.
You did.
I didn't say quote the Edgar Allan Poe's. I said Ravens.
That was funny.
See,
That was funny.
Eric gets it. All right. So, and then the final game we're going to pick for today, unless you guys want to keep on going, is Seahawks versus Bears. Seahawks are a 3.5-point favorite. Over-unders at 43.5, and this is a 50-50.
When is that game?
It's
That
on Thursday.
game is Thursday. It's the Thursday game.
Is that in Seattle or is that in Chicago?
That is in Chicago.
Okay.
And does that matter?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Give me Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle.
Seattle.
I can't. I again, we I hate beating a dead horse, but like The Chicago Bears are a hot mess.
Well, can we
And-
throw out Caleb Williams' amazing stats despite all the coaches he's had to go through? I was waiting for this.
You saw what I sent.
I did.
They're like, oh yeah, 27,000 yards, 59,000 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he's like lost 8 or 9 in a row. They still suck. The Bears suck. He sucks.
Yeah,
Give
Caleb
me the
Williams
Seahawks.
sucks.
I was hoping you were going to go into that.
Okay,
They
I'm
suck.
also going to go with the Seahawks on this one.
Apparently, she's not listening anymore. I didn't even get a comment like a thank you. So you're welcome. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. Edgar
Chiefs.
Allan posers.
I got a woot woot from him for picking the Steelers, and then I get the Edgar Allan posers because I picked the Ravens.
He got a woo woo. He gave me a woo woo as
And
well
they
because I
did just beat the Steelers.
So, what was it? Was it Brett that said earlier? Like a blind squirrel will find a nut once in a while. So there you go.
Even a blind squirrel will find a nut. Yep.
So there's that.
So we have the option of either going ahead with the other games if you want, or we can do the CFP ones.
I think we should leave the CFP ones for next week for Thursday. I think that'll
Okay.
be a more lively conversation at that point. We can do the rest of the NFL games. I'm good with that. Leave the Broncos out of it and take talking about beating dead horses. I'm just saying.
I mean, it only matters if we want if somebody wants an over under for the first 3 games, really.
Well,
Otherwise, we
I'll
can
go
do
ahead
the rest of
and
the NFL games on Thursday as well.
Merry Christmas, Johnny.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Bolin.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Your call, Ed. Which one do?
Prospero año.
Prospero año y
felicidad.
felicidad.
How many games do we have left for the NFL?
We
13.
have 13 left.
Yoza.
Because
And
they've
then we
only
gotta-
picked 3 in their 16 games.
Yeah. Shit.
Let's
And
go ahead and
4 college CFP.
Yeah.
That's 4 CFP, and if you guys want to pick another bowl game on top of that, that'll be a 5th one.
Let's do CFP.
You just said Thursday. It would be a more lively conversation.
It will be. It's true because, like, I mean, some of these NFL games are going to be duds. So that's the thing. I'm looking at some of these games.
Yeah,
next
there's the
week.
one that's being played. Who is it? Jaguars and Panthers played at like Mercer.
Titans, Jaguars, Dolphins, Browns. You know what I mean? Like,
You're making Virgil upset.
I told you. I
didn't
told you
say
what's gonna
the-
happen.
I didn't say the
know.
country with the G.
We should be able to mow through these NFL games because most.
let's
of
go.
them are
Let's go
crap.
NFL. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do
They
it.
really are.
Just for the
It's
record, this
easy
is why we
pick.
do pre-production meetings.
Yeah, you're right. We should be doing more of that. Patrick never sing again, said Brett. All right, let's go.
He's a good
Let's go
singer.
NFL.
Okay. Next game we have Chargers
Sweating
versus
my ass off with
Patriots.
this sweater.
Chargers are a 4-point favorite, over under 42.5. ESPN has Chargers 60.4%.
Chargers for me.
Chargers. Yeah.
Chargers.
Chargers.
I mean, I'm not going to pick the Patriots.
Mhm.
It's a bar joke.
You're welcome. I tried to tell you great things about the Chiefs, and you didn't respond, so I'm not laughing at anything. Getting hot
Okay.
in there. The NFL's making you sweaty. He can't hear me.
Next game we
His head
have
glistening, what
is
does that? His bald head's glistening. What does that tell you?
The NFL's making you sweaty.
oh, good Lord.
My God, these sweaters are just. You can only wear them
I'm
for
ready,
so
Virgil.
long,
Virgil, I
man.
want the Chargers.
You already said Chargers.
I did.
We all said the
You're-
Chargers.
You bring the Chargers twice, so you're supercharging.
Yeah,
am.
supercharging. All right,
I'm
let's go.
double
Keep
bolted
moving.
up.
Next game we have is the Denver Fighting Vals versus the Bengals.
Cincy, give me the Bengals.
Yeah, man. Give me Bengals on that one.
Yeah. Burrow.
I Bengals are still alive, which is kind of wild.
Let me ask a Patrick question. It's in Cincinnati, correct?
Correct.
And
Yes.
what's ESPN's? What's the line and what's ESPN's on that one?
57.1. Bengals are a 3.5-point favorite, over under 49.5.
So they got slightly better than the 3-point home 3.5. So
Yeah.
The line opened at 3, and it has been 3.5 since.
I could see this one being a pretty good game.
Competitive game, yeah. Well, sure. Here's the thing: Broncos need to win just one game, right? But
Right.
since he needs to win, they need to win out and obviously get some help, right? So I think Cincinnati is more of in a desperation mode than the Broncos are, right? Because the Chiefs can lock up number 1 seed this weekend. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals on this one. They're gonna come out. They're gonna come out, and Chase and Burrow have been playing lights out.
If this game was in Denver, it might be different, but it's at home, so I'm with you there. Bengals.
Yeah.
Okay. I really have no reason to pick the Broncos, especially after what happened this week.
One
Or
quick
last week.
side note about the 1 seed, saying they lock it up this weekend or obviously Wednesday. Then I don't know. I feel like some of these teams lately have been going ahead and playing their guys that last week, so they don't have, essentially 3 weeks rest, not playing the week 17, having
That'd
a
be so
bye,
great if
and
they
then
do.
so they could and they may, depending on how week 7 or week 18 goes. But
Mhm.
I could see them playing at least a little bit of that game just to continue in that flow, because you see some of these guys that take 2-3 weeks off because they don't play the final week. They don't play
You're right.
the first week of the playoffs, and then they don't play very well.
The only difference this year, though, is that would be Kansas City's 3rd game in 11 days, which is unusual as well. So they may.
No, that's Wednesday.
Or
and
Wednesday.
then they don't play. Then they don't play for another week and a half. So
You're right.
this is the last of that.
Yeah.
So
This is the last of that.
they would
Okay,
have quite a bit of rest before the Denver game.
Yeah, but I think you're right. In that week 18 game, they may play a couple of quarters, maybe, but they won't. But I think they'll play at least some kind of game. But maybe it's 2 quarters rather than the entire game, especially if they have it locked up.
Well, Mahomes is going to want to play some anyway. He just is that kind of guy. So, all right.
And that
I think they might.
That,
I think they might just bench him in the last game.
Fake ankle injury. You knew he wasn't hurt.
Oh God, that's so.
And then that first touchdown, he just.
Yeah, it's all for theater. It's all for theater. All right, Virgil, what's next?
All right. Thank you guys for stalling a little bit as I write some of these numbers down. Cardinals versus Rams. Rams are a 6-point favorite, 48.5 over under. Rams 55.8%.
Yeah, that's another. We were talking about the games this weekend that were disappointing. I thought Tampa, Arizona as well. All of a sudden, after Carolina was playing well, they played terrible against Dallas and then came right back. And now Arizona did come back and send that to overtime, but they were another one that I thought was pretty disappointing.
The fact that, like, what was that one guy who was like, "Oh my God, they suck," and I was like, "Oh, you lost to a team that you said sucks, man." It was such a good feeling to have, like, because I'm rooting for the Panthers, right? They're here in North Carolina, but like, it just feels good to see that, and you guys know already, I can't stand Kyler Murray. So that made me feel even better.
Virgil, Rams for me.
Okay.
Rams for me. I'm not picking Jonathan. I'm not picking Jonathan Gannon.
Rams.
Rams. Next game should not require any thought at all. Jets versus Bills.
Oh yeah.
Bills.
Bills.
10-point favorites, over under 46.5. Bills 72.4.
Bills.
Although it'll be interesting to see what happens with Josh Allen's injury.
Oh, with his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Mahomes. He's fine.
He'll be fine.
Oof, okay.
He's been playing all season with that thing, so he'll be fine.
Here we go, guys. We got a potential Super Bowl preview right here. Titans versus Jaguars.
Yep, that's the game in Croatia.
Jesus.
Any issues with that country, Virgil?
Well, back in no, I don't have anything for Croatia.
I don't. Mason Rudolph. I mean, they came back and played okay at the end against Indy. Jaguars looked terrible against the Raiders. I guess just because it's a home game, give me the Jaguars.
I should have also stated that Jaguars are favored by 1 point.
At
Still
Tennessee,
a bad game.
Titans,
Terrible.
and Titans are 58.6% favorites. Over under for this is 40.5, but I still think it may be generous. So you, Ed, so Eric and Jax.
Oh, that's hilarious. According to Patrick, Eric is the pot calling the kettle black, being overly dramatic about things.
Who's fighting who tonight? She's the guy.
Yeah, all right. Someone's feisty.
We're
Love
gonna
it.
fight after the show. It's fine.
Oh, don't hit me. Ooh. Jaguars.
Yeah.
They'll make up under the Christmas tree. Don't worry about it.
Mistletoe time.
Which one, Donnie? We have 5 of them.
All
Oh,
5.
Oh, I did. That's TMI. We didn't need to know how many rooms you were going to be in.
No, we literally
Yeah.
have 5 Christmas trees. We each have one. They're smaller. They're not like the one big. We have like
Yeah.
I
2
got
big ones
behind.
for her and I. And
Side note, I know we got time. We got to get going. I got behind a lady in the Hobby Lobby who was buying stuff, so much stuff that the ladies in front of me were turning around, and we were guessing how much money she was spending. And I said, that's got to be over $1,000. And before it was rung up, she turns and says, "Oh, this is all the stuff for my 2 new trees. We have 7." And she's got 2 new trees. And she got $1,100 worth of stuff at Hobby Lobby for $600 something. I'm like, good
hey,
God,
that's
I'm
pretty good buy. But yeah, each one of us, all 5 of us, have a tree.
I got a
Okay.
Christmas tree, a Lego Christmas tree.
We have
right
3.
Here.
Are they personalized trees, Eric? Like according
Mhm.
to people's personality? Nice.
Yeah, so her and I's are like kind of they're smaller than us, so they're not like 6-foot trees. They're probably 3.5 maybe, and then the boys are smaller. But then like mine's decorated with like breweries have some beer ornament cans and stuff, and then all my sports teams, and she has a bunch of Chiefs and coffee stuff. Zach has Royals and Patriots. So yeah, it's all decorated for each of
That's
us.
pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
added a 3rd tree or a 4th tree. I have a Clemson tree in the garage, but then I have a sports tree this year that Rhonda let me add to get all my sports ornaments off the regular tree.
We only have 1 tree here, but I do have a small Lego Christmas tree that we built. We bought the Christmas tree one, and you can do a 2-in-1. So Mia has one, I have one. So yeah, that's it. We don't have that many. That's too many. Don't do
Donnie,
that.
did you pick the Jaguars Titans game, or is it just too hard for you?
No, I was using this conversation to think a little. Give me the Titans.
Of course he was.
Oh
He's
God,
picking
you're
against
picking
his
Mason
team.
Rudolph.
He's picking against his team.
Gross.
Give me the Titans.
Do I really have to say who I'm picking? Like, you guys already know.
Yeah, I know you're not picking the Titans.
Oh, no, I'm picking the Titans, baby.
I know you are. I know you are.
Next game we got is Panthers.
Who'd you have me down for?
I have you down as Jags.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, do you want to change?
No, I don't. I'm good.
Good, because I don't want to delete this. Panthers versus Bucks. Buccaneers are 8-point favorite, over under 49.5. Buccaneers are 80.8%.
Yeah, the Bucks need to
After-
win out.
I was gonna say after that loss last night, they're gonna have to flip the switch.
Yeah.
So give me Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm with it on that one. Don't give me the Bucks. They need this win bad, like bad.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks too. I think the fact that it's in Tampa, like fire the cannons. So
And listen,
Yeah.
and nothing to discredit at what the Panthers have been doing. They've been very competitive. I would not be surprised, to be honest with you, if the Panthers do end up winning this game. You know what I mean? I think the Buccaneers will win, but man, the Bucks need this one. Woo, they need this bad.
but man, is Chuba Mother Hubbard back? Donnie? I mean, I know it's not your team anymore, but if you
He's been back.
He's been back.
He's the one that
back.
he won the game yesterday.
I didn't see
on a
that. I
walk-off in
I
overtime.
didn't see that game yesterday. So that's
This
why
guy's on a sports show and doesn't watch sports. How about that?
He had a 20-something yard
I
touchdown.
watched me whoop your ass.
in overtime.
Whoa!
Now you want to finally
Whoa.
say that you won?
Whoa.
Congratulations, finally admitting that you won. I've been trying to tell you that for the last 2 weeks.
All that fighting in here tonight. It's so
she's
good.
out there hollering. She's laughing. I can hear her in the room.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, I've been waiting for you to say that. That's so good.
Give me the Bucks.
Oh,
Just had to do it at the right time.
You
that's
said
good.
you said Bucks
Good
too, Donnie?
timing.
Yes.
Make Donnie pick first. We didn't have time to think.
No, I was going to go with the Bucks. If like Patrick said, with this game being in Tampa, and Ed said it too. I mean, the Panthers, I like where they're headed and how they're doing, but Bucks have to win this game, and I don't see the Panthers going to Tampa and winning.
Yeah.
Okay. Next game. Oh my goodness. Raiders versus Saints.
Jesus, what a shit
Saints.
game.
Oh,
Saints are a
man.
1.5 favorite. The over/under is actually worse than the Titans one, 39.5.
Oh, golly.
Raiders are 55.3% chance of winning.
Oh man.
Does it matter at this point with these two teams?
Did they gave Vegas the favorite and it's in New Orleans? Golly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Not everybody at once.
Well, you know
Raiders.
what? Yeah, give me the
Raiders.
Raiders. Give me the Raiders.
And Spencer, as we talk, and Spencer Rattler just threw an interception.
Right after he did a jump pass for a first down.
Yeah, that was a hell of a jump pass that he did. And then he turns around and just like floats one out there.
Give me the Saints.
Ed, did you pick yet?
No. I'm stalling on this one.
Come on, Donnie. Pick.
I picked first.
Who picked
No, I'm
first?
talking about Donnie Jr.
He's
over
talking
there.
about
Oh,
me.
Oh yes, they junior now. I gotta.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I'm not comfortable with this game at all. I don't like it.
If there was any time I would pick a tie, it would probably be this one.
Right?
But
Not
I'm gonna
Tennessee,
pick-
Jacksonville.
No one wins in that one. I mean, that's
They
just
both just
No,
lose.
no one wins in either of these games.
No, I was just gonna
Actually,
say they don't
the
win
biggest
either. in
losers
this
are the
one.
fans.
yeah.
The
I'm gonna
biggest
go with
losers are
Saints.
people that are paying to go and watch this game.
Wait,
I'm
people
gonna
are
go
paying
with
to go and
Saints
watch
on
that?
this one.
I wonder what the
Ne-
tickets are right now for like these games. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, ticket as low as $28 for the Saints. And then what was it? Where's the other one at? And $22 for the Jaguars and Titans.
Yeah, listen, if you get a ticket to that Jaguars Titans game, you really are getting conned.
Here's the thing, though. That's not the lowest one. That's not the lowest ticket price.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you, Virgil. Thank you. Virgil.
Yeah, that's good.
Is it Patrick's team? And the
No,
Giants? No.
it's my team.
Oh,
Dolphins, Browns.
Don't put me in the same
$14.
conversation as the Browns, Donnie. Golly.
well, the Giants game's in New York, and the Giants suck. So I figured maybe they were like $15 tickets to see that game.
I get that the Colts suck too, but man, give me a little bit of a
Yeah, well, that's the lowest ticket actually. Colts and Giants, $11.
Oh, see, okay.
I'd go to it. I'd go to it.
Yeah, for $11, who wouldn't?
By $11, do you mean that they're paying me $11?
No,
Yes.
sorry, buddy.
Yes.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Next game we have is Cowboys versus Eagles. Eagles are a 9.5 point favorite, over under 43.5. Eagles favored to win 76.8%.
Go
See,
Birds.
I don't know how it's too early to pick this game because I don't know if Hurts is going to be out of concussion protocol.
Doesn't
'Cause
matter right now because there's
Yeah, because Dallas, Kenny Pickett sucks,
I think it is awful.
and Cooper Rush.
True
I mean, they've
story.
been winning.
That's a good point, Eric. I hadn't thought
Yeah.
about
See,
that.
that's the only thing
Yeah.
picking early.
The Cowboys defense played really well.
I'm gonna go with the assumption that it's gonna be Kenny Pickett playing because it is a concussion. You know,
Well,
See,
and
that-
the Eagles are at 12-3. I mean, can they?
they
even
don't. They
improve
can't
their
get the. They
position
can't
much?
get the
Yeah.
number one seed.
Yeah, so why play him anyway then?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the Lions got the number 1 seed because the Eagles lost. So, oh, you've got to be
something
kidding
to-
me.
Saints should have picked it off, but they ran into each other and knocked the ball loose.
Something to keep in mind for this week: Eagles do clinch the East if they win, or Washington loses.
Mm. And Washington is hosting the Falcons.
Right.
Ooh.
Dang. I
Give me
don't
the
know.
Eagles.
Lots of permutations in this game.
Give me the Eagles. Give me the Eagles.
I will also take.
Eagles. Sorry, Virgil.
That's okay.
Did you say you were taking the Eagles?
I was taking the Eagles.
Against my judgment, I'm going to pick the Cowboys.
What?
Yep. I had Eagles written down, but I don't know about Pickett. I'm going to go Cowboys. Can we have the caveat of who's starting?
No, there's no caveat here. There's no caveat. No. This is you pick them or you don't. You know?
But that matters.
No,
Like
it
Eric
doesn't.
said.
No. At this point, we're going with the assumption that it's going to be Kenny Pickett. That's what I'm saying.
Ed, are you
Okay.
seriously making the case that there's no difference between Kenny Pickett and Hurts?
No, there's a
There's a
huge
huge-
difference.
God, there's a
There's a
humongous
massive
difference.
difference.
Yeah. Give me
Oh.
Cowboys. If Pickett's playing, I'm taking Cowboys.
That's the Eagles' biggest roster flaw. Is like you have that big of a drop in your quarterback when
Drop
Jalen
off.
Hurts
Oh,
is
yeah, it's
out.
massive.
Yeah.
Like they've done such a good job with roster construction, but they had a massive hole when they decided Kenny Pickett was the answer for QB2.
yeah.
All right, fourth quarter. Here we come.
Josh
so
Jacobs about
that's
to get 7 touchdowns.
no, he's not. So stop talking about that. That's not hitting the over for sure.
Because they're not. They're gonna wait until the fourth quarter at this point,
I
and they've
feel
been
like
running the
Donnie on
ball.
this
I
one.
was gonna
This
say,
one-
come on, Donnie.
dude,
Come
this
on,
one's
Donnie
tough
the
'cause
third.
I hate the Cowboys, but Kenny Pickett sucks.
And here's the thing, too.
They're gonna have
and-
to run Saquon. So, whatever. Give me
and-
this. Give me the Eagles.
But here's the thing, too. Like the Cowboys can play the spoiler now. You know what I mean? The last couple of games, they can play the spoiler at this point.
Yeah, I could
Well, they're
easily see
playing
them
for-
winning this, but give me the Eagles.
Yeah. But they're playing for pride.
What pride?
I'm just saying.
What?
that's the
So
only
can
thing they've got-
McCarthy can keep his job? The
Yeah,
guy has
no,
been
I
atrocious.
I screenshot from earlier today. There was an article. Where was it? Basically said that Jerry Jones is happy with McCarthy right now because they've been winning.
I saw something yesterday that said McCarthy could probably be back 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it,
Jerry
Well, I-
Jones gushes about
Jerry
Mike
Jones-
McCarthy after Cowboys upset of Bucks.
yeah.
He's a victim of the
and-
moment. Jesus Christ, he needs to just be. They
Well,
need to
and-
just be like, "You're done. You're done.
Would-
You're done."
Did you see how Zeke Elliott was rejuvenated yesterday with his 1-yard run into the end zone?
All right. Next game we have is Colts versus Giants.
Oh man.
Colts 8-point favorite, over under 40.5. Colts 62.6%.
Colts.
This is the most heavily favored we've been all season.
Yeah.
So
Give me the
you'll
Colts.
probably lose.
Yeah, with those ticket prices too.
Yeah.
Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-wee.
Who are the Giants playing? DeVito or Locke?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
No.
matter.
Lock probably.
Probably Locke.
It's probably a lot.
Yeah.
The feeder needs to go away to the Arena Football League.
Before Patrick says that this game's a lock, give me the Colts.
You said it for me. I don't even have to.
Ed?
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Okay.
But
I
every
will
time I
also
pick the Colts, every single time.
Yeah. Is it just me left?
Just you.
For the shoe, give me the Colts.
There you go. And what do you mean every time you pick the Colts? They won last week.
I
Thank
did pick
you.
the Colts last week.
You
Did I?
did not pick the Titans last week. I did.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. You get one win out of it.
Next game, we have the Dolphins
Go for it.
versus the Browns. Dolphins are 6.5-point favorites, over under 40.5. Dolphins 54.2%.
That I know San Francisco is terrible this year, but that surprised me that they beat the 49ers, Dolphins.
Well, especially without Jalen Waddle, and were they without Tyreek Hill as well, right? Both Hill and
No,
Waddle were
he
out.
played and he
Yeah,
got a
Hill
touchdown.
played.
No,
Oh, did Tyreek play? Okay.
Yeah, this guy doesn't watch football. Give me the Dolphins.
Well, must watch enough of it.
Give me the
Fins up.
Dolphins. I love my Browns, but at this point, just lose the games. Just lose them. Keep DTR on because he's gonna lose your games. Get yourself a good, first round pick and just be done with it. Let's go.
Dolphins.
Donnie, did you pick?
Fins, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I must have missed that. Dolphins for me. Next game, another good one. Packers versus Vikings. Vikings, as of tonight, are a 1.5-point favorite, 48.5 over under. ESPN has Packers 55.2%.
This is gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be a good game. Give me the Vikings though. They've been looking super strong. I like it. Let's go.
Give me the Vikings as well.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
was looking up to see
Vikings.
there's some playoff clinching scenarios with this game, but there's not.
Packers are looking really good, but give me Vikings.
I know he's quiet. I already know who he's going to pick.
He's gonna pick the Packers. Go Pack,
Pack,
go.
go, baby.
Go Pack, go.
That's where he gets the most feeling in his voice.
Hey, listen,
every
it's
show.
gonna be a good game
Go
either
Pack, go,
way.
baby.
This is gonna be a really good game.
I'm actually going to go with the Packers also. Next game, Falcons versus Commanders. Commanders are a 4-point favorite, 47.5 over under. Commanders 60.7%.
If it's the Falcons that have been playing lately and not the one that's been playing like 5 or 6 weeks ago, I think this could be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have Penix against Daniels. This could be a really good game here.
Yeah, I think Daniels will show him up because
Yeah.
after the Eagles couldn't do anything with Pickett, Daniels had a really big game. So give me Commanders.
Commanders for me as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels' experience this season over Penix playing his second game, he kind of comes back down a little bit, and it's on the road. Be a little bit tougher environment.
Ed?
Commanders.
Commanders. I really want to pick the Falcons in this, but I'm not going to.
But you won't.
I won't. I've with the 2 weeks I've done this, I've finished last and second to last. I at least want to be somewhat respectable. All right, the last game, the Monday game, Lions versus
Lions.
49ers.
Lions.
Lions.
And Lions are away, and they're still favored on this one. You know what I mean? So
I do want to
And
share that the over-under for this is 51.5.
I'm gonna
That's
use an
super
Eric
high.
one. Remember when Eric was like, "Yeah, they're gonna cover by themselves. They could potentially cover by themselves. Could I said could? I didn't say they will.
They'll
Yeah.
probably get 40 of it.
And if I'm not mistaken, 49ers are completely out now. I don't think they even have a chance.
Yep.
So
Correct.
Well,
Yeah, they've been
eliminated.
eliminated.
Well,
You
I was
should
gonna
have to
say
either.
I think Garendo will still be out, so they're gonna be on their fourth string running back. Well, it's iffy with Garendo because he was out with a hamstring injury, so I don't know. I mean, to me, it's too soon for him to come back, but I guess we'll see.
I don't think they'd bring him back for this, honestly. Who has their running back now?
Well, I guess it was a foot sprain, but I thought it was a hamstring too. Oh, both of them. It was foot sprain and hamstring.
Hamstring, yeah.
Good Tank Bell, by the way. Jesus.
Oh, man. That
You
was
what?
nasty. Tank Dell.
Tank
Oh,
Dell.
So,
Oh,
that was disgusting. Oh,
wasn't he
Hope it-
tore his
Okay.
MCL, kneecap, and
so
everything
Yeah.
else.
dislocated kneecap, ACL, and
Yeah.
other injuries.
You know it's bad when they
But I
say
don't watch.
other
But I don't
injuries.
watch football.
All right, Virgil, take control.
So, do you guys want to do what is your over under?
Mm.
So Ed, since you're winning this week, you go first.
Jesus. I'm gonna take the under on the Lions 49ers though. I know I said that the Lions could cover that by themselves. I don't think they will, but I'm gonna go with the under on the Lions 49ers. It's 51.5.
Okay. Next is Eric.
Since the Vikings are a little bit better offense than the Saints, give me the over in the Packers Vikings.
Okay. Donnie.
God, they got a lot of low over-unders at 40.5. Give me the under, though, on Panthers Bucks. I don't think 49.5 points between those two is gonna be right.
You said over?
Under.
Under. Okay.
Under.
Glad I double checked.
I don't think they're going to get to 49.5 points between the two of them.
Okay. Patrick.
Yeah.
Virgil, I think it's only right you go next. You finished above me.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. I am going to go with Jaguars and Titans over.
What was that line?
40.5.
And you went over?
Yes.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take Colts Giants over.
Colts Giants over.
That same line at 40.5.
Okay. And the reason why, Eric, I'm going Jags Titans over is because the last time I picked Titans under, it was because Mason Rudolph screwed me because he got 2 touchdowns in that game.
I could have
now
told
I'm gonna
you.
go over. No, you couldn't, Ed. You couldn't tell me you got 2 touchdowns. You probably just thinking about
I
two,
hate
like 2
Mason
interceptions.
Rudolph with that up. Yeah.
All right. So that is it for the NFL games. Next week, I will be doing college.
Thursday.
Yes.
Next Thursday. On Thursday. My goodness.
On Thursday. This week, Thursday.
This Thursday, yes.
This coming.
Now I'm starting to understand why I'm in the background mostly.
This thing.
You're welcome. So there you
Good
go.
night, Spencer.
Hey,
That
by
was
the way,
terrible.
you so is God Almighty. This game's so bad for him. All right. What are you guys going on this week, boys and girls? I got nothing. My podcast is on hiatus. You know, it's on a Christmas break.
This guy.
That's right. I said I'm taking a vacation.
Look who it is. Hi, Rhonda. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to
Mrs.
Mrs.
Mayor.
Mayor. We love you, Mrs. Mayor.
You, even though I still beat you.
Merry Christmas. I'll let you win this 3rd place game.
Pocket Head versus Patrick Fantasy. There we go. That's gonna be for the championship.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
so-
Ed, you're the public's favorite
No,
for
no, I
that one.
don't want it.
Too
I
bad.
want
just
to
You
play
playing
get,
with
under
house
the
money.
radar.
this guy runs
I-
his mouth all the time. Oh, I'm not any good.
I'm just playing with house money at this point.
Get,
I am
get out of
under the
here.
radar. I don't want to hear
Hush
it.
your mouth on that.
I am going to.
What? I'm playing with
no.
house money, man.
No, you're not. Hush. Go ahead.
But see, you're playing right into my argument. You're
Oh my
rooting for
God.
Ed, so you know.
No. Love you guys, except Ed this week.
Ed's the Chiefs. He's the Chiefs, man. He's winning his own league.
No,
It's the black,
the
it's
National
little-
Football Kansas City Chiefs League.
yeah. It's the black book is what it is. You know.
Yeah,
It's that
exactly.
black- yeah, but she'll love you again
Sounds
next
good,
week. Ed.
Mrs. Mayor. Sounds good.
Yeah.
You can do it tomorrow, right? Because then you would have been done, and then we're on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Rhonda, come on.
So I do have an episode of the MLB Head History series releasing this week.
No one cares.
Good job.
Wow.
Good job, Patrick. Go ahead. Keep going. Don't listen
Yeah.
to him.
So this week we're back in the Prospect League, and we're talking about the Danville Dans. The Danville Dans,
Okay.
excuse me. Danville Dans. Out of Danville, Illinois. So
Okay.
that's what
all
we
right.
got. That's what we got this week.
I like it. Sounds
I'm
good.
just gonna have some Christmas hats for the next few days showing off. So
And
I like it.
and just a message to everyone to say Merry Christmas to all of you and your families. Hope everyone has a really great day and enjoy your time with your loved ones or whoever that might be for you. And all the best and thanks for supporting us all this year. And we're looking forward to 2025.
We still got a couple more.
I know we still got a couple shows before that, but we're excited about ending the year, and we're going to be big things in 2025 as well. So,
All right, you got that right. I mean, we got a producer now. I mean, look at that. My
we
conspiracy
do.
theory is Ed rigged his own league. Oh God,
And
I did
Rhonda
such a
says
good
she will
job that
love
I'm
you again next
500.
week.
Yeah, I know she
Yeah.
did say that. Eric, what you got?
So on Wednesday on the Earn Fund Average, Johnny and I have these fellas plus a lot more. We have the Average Holiday Spectacular 3rd edition. So we had some of our former guests on, and we all just hopped on and talked about what travels we had this year and what our hopes and plans are for next year. So check out on Wednesday on Christmas morning the 3rd annual Average Holiday Spectacular Earn Fund Average.
And it was a more than average holiday spectacular, people. So make sure
Oh,
tune in. It was
God.
fantastic.
see, I don't even have to say it.
Sorry. Anyways,
Well, Merry Christmas to everybody from the mayor's house. Just
Right.
want to say that out there, and hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. Hope all of you get many, many hats as gifts, and look forward to seeing what hats you do get.
I want to see them. Let's go ahead and tag all of us on the hats that you guys get
Yep.
on social media. We want to see this, and then we'll talk about hats that we all got for Christmas, or not get, or that we bought ourselves for Christmas. So there you go. Mrs. Inflores, I was not invited to the holiday spectacular, so I agree. It was just average.
So you called your best
Awkward.
friend Average? She was on.
Awkward. Anyways, listen, guys. Merry Christmas. Spending with the family. Get off of social media. And then
That's not
we'll be back
happening.
and doing this again. Yeah, I know it's not, but at least try. Spend some time with the family. Get eat some good food. Get some gifts, and all that fun stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Family knows Twitter comes first.
So Mrs. Influencer was the influencer on the naughty or nice list this year.
Obviously naughty because I got nothing from her, and she bought herself something the other day at the mall, and I said, "Oh, in addition to what I've already gotten you," so she's welcome, even though she cares about you more than me, so it's fine.
So this is just anyway.
It
We'll
was
see you
going
guys next week.
so well. It was going.
I know.
so
Yeah.
It was
It
good. We'll see you
was.
guys
That
next
was
week.
on Patrick.
We'll see you guys.
See you guys.
because
Merry
this